So I thought we'd kick off with really, what is intuition? Let's just ask that question. So I thought, just out of interest, I would go and have a look on like Wikipedia and see what it says, so that it'll give you that one, and then I will give you my interpretation as well. So intuition, in the dictionary, it is the ability to understand something instinctively without the need for conscious reasoning. The ability to understand something instinctively without the need for conscious reasoning. And I do actually like that definition, and I do agree, because when we're using intuition, we are actually kind of bypassing the conscious, because it is like, yes, I know this. It's like when you get a gut feeling about something, something's not right. It's not a conscious, you're not reasoning with it. It's not a conscious thing. You're just going, I don't feel right about this. And we're going to dig more into that moving forward. I think there's probably going to be about 3 or 4 of these. Hi, Jen, great to see you. So what is intuition? So intuition, the way I think about it, it's really how we're accessing our inspiration, which is not to be confused with intuition. And inspiration is really, it's however you want to think about it, okay? Whether it's coming from God, source, the divine, whether you prefer to think about it as being is your subconscious working there, whether you think it's the angels, it actually doesn't matter, right? The point is, we've got this divine intelligence, okay, and it's constantly sending through information. Now, the intuition part is basically picking that up, is like tuning in on the radio to the different frequencies, because there are actually probably about 5 or 6 different ways that I'm aware of, that I could give you examples of. I'm not going to do that today. As I said, I'm going to keep this brief, and we're going to have bite-sized chunks, that you can pick up this information. And what intuition is, is tuning in, basically. You're tuning in to your divine intelligence, to your subconscious, to your inspiration. Okay, so you're tuning into it. And there are a variety of ways that you can do this. And we are going to cover that, because it does come through in lots of different modes. So, basically, it is just understanding what's coming through. And what we're going to explore in the next few days is, how do I know this is intuition and not something else? We're going to explore how it comes in. Is it sound? Is it feeling? Is it a thought? Is it an idea? Is it just a coincidence? These are various different ways intuition can hit you. And we're going to deep dive into each one of those. And like I say, we're going to keep it to like a 5-10 minute session, bite-sized chunks, so you can really digest it and actually take in what it means to be intuitive and how it can show itself to you. And I'm hoping that as I do this, some of you are going to say, oh, this is another way that I found I pick up on stuff, because I'd love to hear about it, because maybe there's things that I haven't thought about that I thought, oh, that might be intuition. But that's what I'm going to do. So today we've just looked at what is intuition, and basically it's tuning in your radio to the frequency that your inspiration is coming into. And over the next couple of days, we're going to be diving into how that looks, what that looks like, so you can decipher whether it is intuition or not. So in my promise to keep this short and sweet and not take up too much of your time, I'm actually going to leave it right there on a cliffhanger.